Hey everybody, J-Rad here. So this week's video, I'm going to show you how to make a bigger base for the router and my first attempt at making a template for that giant inlay. So the first thing I got to do is make a base for my router that's a little bigger than the one that's on it, because what I've milled out is pretty big and I don't want to have to rely on the edge of the router base to keep everything nice and square. So I am going to make a 12-inch base out of this MDF. Squared. What I'll do is I'll cut a hole in the middle and I'll mount this to the base of my router, and I'll have a bigger square to play with. Should work out pretty nice. I have plenty if I need to make it bigger. So, alright, let's go over to the table saw. Okay, now I got this 1 foot by 1 foot square piece. Find center. Okay. This is the router I'm gonna put it on. So I guess I could make the hole 2 1/4. Be plenty. I like to mention that Harbor Freight's a great place to get some cheap tools, especially if you're starting out with certain things. But I got this little this set of hole saws that's, you can grab whichever one you want. They're not very deep, but they're perfect for this kind of stuff. Okay, because my drill press is only a 10-inch drill press, I only have 5 inches of working space to be able to get a center hole. So I got to use my good old electric drill for this. It's totally gummed up. That's interesting. There we go. Yeah, MDF is pretty smoky. This is what I like about these because you can actually just tap the piece out and that's it. And that sucker's still hot. Woo! I will admit this is the first time I've ever worked with MDF, and I will say I'm not really a fan. It's kind of just overglorified cardboard, if you ask me. Get that burr out of that. That'll be good. So this is the plastic piece. It's the smooth piece on the bottom of that router that I have. I will admit it is a cheap router. I bought it a year ago for a project, and yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's what I got for now. I got a better one. I got a better Ryobi in my table, but it's a pain in the butt to take it out all the time, so I just used this plunge router from Black & Decker. It was like a $90 router. It's definitely not the best. I definitely want to invest in like a nice Bosch or something. Alright, so this I should be able to take to my drill press because that's less than 5 inches. So let's do that. I've got a 3/16 bit in the chuck, and this drill press does come with a laser feature, but it's way off. I don't trust it. It seems, you know, it's just a gimmick. It's like anything that comes with a laser. It's just a gimmick. Makes people be like, ooh, a laser. That's my first hole. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and line it up by my eye. I will say, it's very nice having a drill press. I've been wanting one for years, and this is pretty awesome. Alright, now we have a big base for my router. Next, I want to do the template for this, which I want it to be big enough that, you know, let's do this. I want it to be big enough that I know it's going to be over the entire guitar body. So what I'll do is, these are just going to be for now. Gives me roughly 2 inches. Actually, I can do it like this. 2 inches all the way around it. Alright, let's go cut this bad boy. So one obvious failure in this design, I wasn't thinking, was this little nipple here. I should have just gone straight across, but I had already cut it all out, and then I was like, oh, and I didn't feel like wasting another piece of wood, so I'm going to try it like this first. If it's an epic fail, I'll start all over again. So what I'm going to do is cut this out with a router, and this is going to be my template for that big giant inlay. So hopefully I can use my roller bearings on this and it should come out fairly smoothly. I'll probably have to use a chisel in these corners because I'm only going to be able to go so far, and it's going to have a round edge. Same thing with this little guy. That was the other reason why I should have just went shrunk. It would have been a lot easier and I only had to chisel out one little corner. But alright, let's check if this is stuck to the table. That's stuck to the table pretty good. Need a place for my drill, for my router bit to start. So to me, this is like a little practice run. Right here, I already went, I think I went too far. I went over the pencil mark, but not by much. Right here got a little weird too. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Let's keep going. Okay, after some finagling, I had to use a saw blade to get my corners better. It worked better than the chisel. I actually got this thing to fit. Just like so. It's tight, and that's what I want. Because if anything, I want to be able to sand around this to get it to fit better. I have a couple spots that I'm a little weary about. I might have taken off too much. So I put little marks there, so when I'm actually routing using this as a guide, I'm going to stay away from those spots and try to keep them a little smoother. Alright, so I successfully made my first template. Never made a template before, so I'm very excited about that. Had a couple areas that might be a little too large, so I marked them off, so I'm going to be extra careful when I'm using it as a guide. The next step I'm going to do is use a piece of spruce and test it out before I actually hit the guitar body. So the next time you see me, I'm going to be routing that guitar body. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Till next time, everybody, J-Rad out.